Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Today is kind of a crazy cool day. I am getting I'm going to butcher it. We'll talk more when we get to the doctor's office, but I'm getting a PRP. It's a plasma blood infusion. It's supposed to help with tearing tendons, overall energy, and just speeding up a healing process. And because I'm not in a super great state as far as my labs with Hashimoto's, we're going to try it because a lot of people have seen a ton of good results with energy levels. So basically they're going to take out my blood. It's like an hour-and-a-half process from start to finish, spin it around in something to get my plasma out, and then re-inject my plasma. Sounds cool, right? So yeah, I hate IVs, so this should not be fun. But before I go to my doctor's office, Laird reached out. The creamer that I have, I've been using a dairy-free creamer that's made of all plant-based ingredients, has mushrooms in it. It's actually really good for you as well. But they reached out and offered a 25% off coupon. So I'll show that really quick and put a link up. It's like $9 for a bag, and you get a ton. I want to say close to 100 servings, a ton of servings. Let me grab it. So the company is a vitamin. Let's eat first, and then you can have a vitamin. Yes. So the company is Laird. One sec. It in fact has 114 servings for this little bitty bag. So I just do one. I probably do maybe I do 2 servings. I don't know, but I do a big old scoop. And then they also have the Insta Fuel chai. I tried the chai the other day, but I did it wrong. You're supposed to add it to water, and I made it way more difficult, and I put it in coffee. Don't recommend putting it in coffee. I was like, I don't think this is right. It doesn't taste like chai latte at all. And then the hot chocolate is very good, especially being made with functional mushroom extracts. But that's what's so great is this is dairy-free, it's paleo, it's gluten-free, and it just is sweetened with coconut sugar and actual chocolate, but it is dairy-free. Has a lot of calcium in it. So anyways, it's just a healthier option, especially if you are being dairy-free like me. Mike likes it because it doesn't change the temperature of his coffee, which is something I literally never thought about. But whenever if you add creamer, that's why he doesn't use creamer. It always makes his coffee cold, so you don't have that problem with the powder. But anyways, code Redhead will take off 25% site-wide, so on anything you want to try. But again, you're just getting the hot chocolate, the chai, you're getting creamer, and they have really, really good ingredients. They contain seaweed, just a lot of good stuff. It's not like normal creamer. Look at this adorable little dress for Burke's daddy-daughter dance, which might not happen because it's on Friday night. Yeah, it's still going because of the freeze and whatnot, the weather, but isn't that so cute? I love it. We're trying to get out the door. I'm waiting on Mike. Let the record show I'm waiting on you, babe. A lot of y'all are saying that this hurts and you're scaring me and I need you to stop it. But I think what's different about mine is I don't have needles going into a specific place. I just have an IV, so I don't get the pain of the shot that Mike had on his alopecia, or some of you guys are saying you had joint problems that you did it for. Mine's already, it's just the IV, so hopefully, but y'all need to stop it right now. Since we have a good drive, a lot of y'all are asking specifically about
all 25 minutes.
That's a half hour.
Almost.
Asking about it is not 25 minutes, it's so much longer than 25 minutes. Okay, so Mike had a little spot of alopecia in the back of his head that can be found in season 1 of No Demo Reno.
Indeed. Highlighted for the world.
When he saw it the first time, he was like, no! On the episode, he turned around, it was like, oh, bam! But anyways.
It was like a silver dollar size.
Yeah, so basically what happened in February/March of 2020 is that Mike left his corporate career to focus solely on what is now Armor Coffee and Armor Brewery. And so basically that was a huge life change. And then the world blew up, and then mom had already
that time, 2020?
Yes, and then me had already signed a contract to go film a TV show. So I had to go film, and the kids were homeschooling full time. So Mike had to do a lot of the heavy lifting. Long story short, Mike was stressed, is what we think. We think it was caused, right?
The weird thing is I didn't feel stressed, but your body does weird things when you're internalizing stress, and I think that's what it was. Because it was like it was a big spot.
It was a life change, and then a lot of things happened on top of it.
COVID, homeschool dad, focusing on a career, leaving corporate career, you're filming full time.
It was a lot. Yeah. So we couldn't figure out, and he had it for a while, a year, 6 months. And when did you do the shot?
probably almost a year afterwards. It was still there in about a year, and that's why I grew my hair out so long, is that it was covering it up.
That's why his hair was so long, and if people would be like, cut your hair. He didn't want to cut it because when it was long, it would hide his big bald spot.
It was right there.
Honey, you're driving.
Can you see it?
No.
You can move the camera.
Yeah, we can see it. Okay, so how long did it take after you had the shot?
I did 2 treatments of it. And I think there were treatments for a month and a half apart.
But Mike's treatments were different. Correct me if I'm wrong, honey. Were different than what I'm getting. And Mike...
Well, I've never done what you're doing. I'm going to do it today, too. But I've never done it, so I don't know. But I know it's done.
It's different. So what a lot of y'all are saying is, like, if you have joint pain and, like, there's other things they use this for, you have to deal with the needles and, like, the injections. I'm not going to have that. I'm just going to have an IV, and it's a good little switcheroony that's already hooked up to me, so I'm not getting it.
Is that the medical term?
It is. I'm not getting a shot.
You're going to get a switcheroony up in my blood system.
Right? I'm not getting a shot.
Well,
because it's the IV. Yeah. So I'm getting an IV transfusion. So hopefully mine's a little less painful. Again, stop telling me it hurts. Okay. Dr. Ravi Patel, everyone. Y'all have seen him multiple times. Okay, so recap of what we're doing. We're going to take my blood out.
So we're gonna take about 120 cc's of blood.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and then we're going to take it on a fun little ride and spin it around in a laundry machine.
Right.
Pretty much.
We're gonna separate the blood so you get the plasma.
Okay.
Okay, and then the plasma we're gonna spin it down further so we can just get basically cofactors, all the kind of the regenerative factors that are already in our blood.
Okay.
So we're gonna get it all down to like 5 cc's of blood.
Okay.
And then we're gonna just IV push it right back into you.
Okay.
So it's gonna be an infusion.
So we're basically like cleaning out the blood and taking the best parts and sticking it back in my body.
Yep.
So it's like we're taking the strongest warriors
Yep.
to go to battle and see if I have better energy.
Yeah.
That's why, right? To try to improve energy?
Energy, reduce inflammation.
Okay.
When you were doing
Why would you say that stuff? You want to be on top of your game.
Just eating away.
Because he said he ate and he
That's where
didn't.
you.
Okay, so this is what's going back into my IV. It's pure plasma.
Platelet.
Right?
Yes.
Platelet-rich plasma.
Platelet-rich plasma. All right, let's do it. Just got word that school is canceled the rest of the week for the kids. Mike, being from the north, he just thinks it's funny because the storm hasn't even come yet, and
2 days.
Texas is close.
Yeah.
Mike's like, it's not even here yet, but he also knows and understands like why it's more dangerous in Texas
it's
rather.
way worse. Like 1/4 of an inch of snow is worse than like 7 inches dumping up north.
It's crazy. I think people don't understand like why it's so dangerous. We just don't have the
Roads,
infrastructure.
yeah.
There's no salt. There's no plowed trucks. We're just on our own.
And also,
pretty
people
much.
aren't comfortable. It's not like it's a normality to drive in it. So you have people that
Yeah.
suddenly have normal driving. The next day you have to like drive well under the speed limit, and people just don't get it.
They don't know. They've never had to do it, so they just.
I
act
remember.
like it's
I
rain.
have clear memories of sitting at the bus stop waiting for school in like the middle of a blizzard, like just like by myself.
And our kids, it's not even raining yet, and they're like, we don't have school. It's crazy. Okay, I'm really not trying to be like, doesn't my hair look good? But for the sake of science and sleeping in a bathrobe tie, it does. I did not touch this with the curling iron. I just straightened the ends and around my face. I'm 100% sleeping in a bathrobe tie again. A handful of y'all sent me videos of people sleeping with socks in their hair. I'm like, sure, I'll try it if you guys want to see it, but like, what's next? Underwear in my head?
Snow, 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 snow.